"That ring belongs to my mother," the young waiter snapped, his hand trembling as he pointed at the glittering diamond on the millionaire's finger. The restaurant went silent. Forks froze mid-air. Conversations died. All eyes turned toward the trembling waiter and the powerful man who suddenly looked pale. The millionaire's lips curled into a forced smile. "Excuse me? Do you know who you're speaking to?" His booming voice shook the room, but the waiter didn't back down. His eyes burned with something stronger than fear: grief. The ring sparkled under the chandelier lights, mocking him with every glint. He remembered it vividly, the same ring his mother never took off, even when her hands grew thin and frail. A unique design, 2 doves etched in gold, wings touching. "It's hers," he whispered now, his voice cracking. "That ring, it can't be anyone else's." The millionaire's face twitched. He took a sip of his wine, trying to hide the sudden sweat forming on his brow. The crowd leaned in. Murmurs spread like wildfire. A young waiter daring to accuse one of the city's most powerful men? Madness! But the young man's pain was undeniable. The manager rushed in, whispering, "Enough. Apologize before you lose your job." But the waiter stood firm, his tears welling in his eyes. "I buried her with that ring. I know it. I was there." His voice cracked into silence, but the room had heard enough. Gasps filled the air. The millionaire slammed his glass down, shattering it. "Do you think I dug up graves for jewelry? Ridiculous!" He tried to laugh it off, but his voice shook. Something was wrong. Something he didn't want anyone to know. And then came the backstory. The waiter's mother had been a housemaid. She worked in mansions, polishing marble floors and scrubbing gold-trimmed bathtubs while raising her son alone. That ring was the only thing her husband had left her before he died, her last treasure. She would tell her boy every night, "When you see this ring, remember, we may be poor, but we carry love richer than kings." But when she passed, her son placed it gently on her finger, kissed her hand, and said goodbye. He never imagined he'd see it again, on a stranger's hand, flaunted like a trophy. The crowd's eyes shifted. Whispers grew louder. The millionaire's facade crumbled. His hand trembled as he covered the ring with his napkin, but it was too late. The truth leaked from his expression. Finally, an old man in the corner stood. "That ring is famous in this town. Everyone knew Maria's dove ring. You're wearing it now." The tension snapped. The millionaire froze, his empire of lies collapsing in a single moment of recognition. His voice fell to a whisper. I didn't know. It was given to me." "Given? By who?" The waiter shot back, stepping closer. His voice no longer cracked. It thundered with the strength of justice. And that's when the truth spilled. The millionaire's assistant had acquired the ring from a collector, a man who scavenged jewelry from unmarked graves and resold them to the rich. The millionaire bought it blindly, never caring about its origin, only about how it shone at parties. The waiter's eyes filled with fury, but also heartbreak. "You wore my mother's memory like an ornament," he said, his voice trembling. The restaurant went silent again, shame settling on the millionaire like chains. Then the power shift came. With a shaking hand, the millionaire pulled the ring off and placed it on the table. For the first time, his arrogance disappeared. "Take it. It belongs to you, to her." His voice cracked with something rare: guilt. The waiter picked it up with both hands, staring at it like a lost piece of his soul finally returned. Tears streamed down his cheeks. The crowd erupted in applause, not for the millionaire, but for the young man who had stood against power, humiliation, and silence. He slipped the ring onto his finger, whispering, "Welcome home, Mom." The moral was clear. Money can buy gold, but it can never buy love, memory, or dignity. If this story touched you, subscribe to the channel and hit that like button and drop a karma in the comments below.